everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome on in if you are new. My name is Dream and today we're talking all about real houseplants. So I'm going to give you guys a tour of the ones that we have throughout our home. Leave me down in the comments. I'm always looking for a new one to add to the collection. Leave me down in the comments. I like ones that are easy to care for and just don't require a lot of maintenance. That is my houseplant criteria. So leave those suggestions, some that you guys have, down in the comments. But let's get started. Let's tour the houseplants that we have throughout our home. First things up, we are in our living room area. My downstairs of my home is like a big open floor plan. So all of the rooms down here kind of flow into each other. But on our coffee table, we keep this beaut. Guys, I still don't know. It says a foliage assortment. I don't really know what this is called, but we keep her. She is wild. She is free. I got her because I love the pot. All of my indoor houseplants, I water them once a week. This one is pretty easy to care for. I'll show you one that we have upstairs that I just moved to get more sunlight. That is, I feel like, a little bit harder. But this one is pretty easy. I water it once a week and she just sits here. There is a big window on this side, so she does get lots of natural sunlight. But I still don't know what she's called. She's just wild and free. I will trim up the foliage every now and then just to, you know, get it tamed a little bit. But for the most part, she just stays wild and crazy, and I love it. And next up is this beauty. It is our pothos. I say if you want to kind of dip your feet in the houseplant world and you want something that's super easy to care for and take care of, I would go with the pothos. Ours, they are trailing plants, but ours, you can kind of forget about it. I do make sure to water it once a week, but she has trails this way. She also is practically, if you guys can see, touching the floor on this end. So these are the kind of plants that you want to have them kind of up high. If you don't have them up high, so they can trail as they like to do. If you don't have them up high, you can do something fun. I know they have little strips where you attach to the wall and you can have them trail along the wall. She does get natural sunlight during the day. We have a big window on this side of our home and two big windows on this side. I close the blinds because it messes up the lighting, but those are typically open during the day, so she gets tons of, you know, not direct but indirect natural sunlight. But pothos, so easy to take care of, and they're just pretty, and I just love the trailing aspect of them. So want to dip your foot in, go with a pothos, super easy, and I just love plants. They add that fun coziness to your home. My mom has such a green thumb. I don't think I have a green thumb at all, but this I can keep alive. Next up, we have this orchid, and this is a newer item to our family. Our other plants, I've had them over a year plus, but this one I got for Valentine's Day. Typically, I'm not really good with the flowering plants. Like, I have a really hard time keeping them alive. She's sitting here. Our front door, we have glass there on it. And then we also have a little window, so she does get some sunlight. And I also water this one once a week, like I do my other house plants. And I will say she's doing okay. She's doing okay. But yeah, so you don't want to overwater them, and then you don't want to underwater them. So that's why flowering plants usually are kind of hard for me, but she's still doing okay and working her way. So orchids, we do have a few little new buds that I see, new leaves that are coming through, so that's a good sign. But orchids, I will say their level of difficulty, people say they're super easy, but I always found them a little difficult. But this one I'm doing okay with, and she's still trucking along. Okay, and this is our last little friend that is up. She had to go to plant doctor, guys, because I had her downstairs. She was sitting on a bench, but she didn't have really that much direct sunlight and she wasn't doing too well. So we moved her up here in like the playroom loft area, and I feel like she's doing much better. She's had, here's a new sprout that's come in. She's had some new plants come in. So hopefully she fares better in this area. There are 2 big windows here, so she gets more of the direct sunlight, which she wasn't getting in her previous spot. So we're gonna keep our fingers crossed for this one. I have had her for the longest. I wanna say 2-3 years. She's my like first plant that I got for when we moved to this house in Texas. So we are gonna keep our fingers crossed that she can make it. She does have new sprouts coming up, and I think that she'll do much better in this spot than she did in the previous spot. Sunlight, having them have sunlight is, we know, so important, but I thought she was getting enough from just the glass door and that kind of stuff, but she wasn't. So up here, hopefully she will fare a little bit better. And I laugh because why are all my plants girls? But they just are. All of them have girl names, but yes. So keeping our fingers crossed for this one, but I love her so much and I hope she can grow because she was kind of big before. And a lot of things have, you know, leaves have died and broken off, but she does have some really good, healthy growth. So in this new spot, I'm hoping that can continue and she can grow big and strong. But that is it, guys. That is a tour of my houseplants that I have throughout my home. We try to add 1 new one a year. You guys know I do love my faux plants. I feel like there's just some areas that thrive better with faux plants, you know, bathrooms. In the hutch that I showed you, there's a plant in there. I don't think a real plant would fare very well inside of there. So, and then I'm looking at some floating shelves that don't really get any direct sunlight or anything, and I feel like faux plants are the way to go for those. So I love mixing faux and real, but each year I'm trying to, you know, stretch out my wings a little bit and add more real plants. But that is it, guys. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed this video. If you did, don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up and tell me down below some of your easy care plants that you guys have in your home, so the next time I'm out shopping, I can grab one of those. Thanks everybody, and I will see you guys very soon with another one. Bye everyone.